You know, mindset plays a huge role in how kids and their parents actually prepare for back to school. So, how do you do that without that mental, overwhelming thoughts in your head? So, we have our WSAV Transformational Motivation Coach, Carol Mendoza, here with some supportive ways. We want you to grab a pen and paper and jot these down as well. So, Carol, of course, yesterday, by the way, we had our back to school giveaway, the Ready, Set, Go Back to School. And there were so many families at Can Park. You know, back to school is all the buzz, no matter if you're having your classes in a school building or if you're homeschooled, of course. It can really, for not only the parents, the kids as well, feel overwhelming.
Absolutely. And I think what's interesting is that it's not just about the supply lists or the uniforms. It's really that mental weight, right, of getting organized, covering costs, and just shifting gears again, you know, after the summer. And even with homeschooling families, it's starting fresh, because homeschooling is often a year-round kind of thing that they do, but I think there's still pressure. There's still that pressure to buy new materials, maybe upgrade resources, and financially figure that all out. So that can be very challenging. You're right.
And I would imagine for parents as well. I mean, my husband and I had our daughter in school, and now at the age of 23, she's in college. But, you know, as a parent, you think about the load on you and how will I make everything work? We're talking keeping things afloat. You've got work, you've got family, you've got finances. Help us get through this.
You know, it does. And I think sometimes, though, we forget that kids are going through this too, and they feel everything that we are not saying. You know, all the things that we're feeling, all the stress that we're having, they also feel that too. So I think we have to watch our energy and stay on top of that, because they are carrying some of their own pressures. I just talked to a 13-year-old who's going into 8th grade, and I said, "Are you excited?" And she said, "No." And I said, "Why?"
Oh, wow.
And she said, "Because I've got so many pressures on me this year. I've got end of the year tests that I have to take." She's already thinking. I said, "Just start with day one." And so I would say that's something that we need to be doing too. We need to look at really taking it day by day. Adjusting from that summer freedom back into structure can be a little bit challenging, but let's just take it one day at a time, you know?
Yes, for sure. And we know that there are grandparents watching right now, not only the parents, and sometimes everything just piles up. You're thinking about the logistics, and you just kind of get into a situation where you're not paying close enough to your own feelings.
I agree. And so I think in this season we need to be mindful of both things. We need to be mindful of our mental load, and we also need to be thinking about the kids and their mental load, because preparation is necessary, but peace is still available. And so I think it means stopping, asking yourselves this one question: what's the one thing I need to focus on today? And ask your kids, how are you really feeling about this school year? So that we can kind of put those two things together and teach them that question.
Yeah, try not to climb the whole mountain at once. You've got the whole school year, right?
That's right, that's right, absolutely. And for the feelings of financial stress, you know, I think it's important to remember you don't have to have everything on the first day. Progress doesn't require perfection. So take it step by step. You can trust that your provision is going to come, and just lean forward and lean on your community, like the community support that you provided yesterday. That can be very encouraging.
Absolutely. Carol, thank you. Well, listen, we want you to know that you can check out our latest WSAV Monday Motivation segment simply by going to wsav.com/Monday Motivation. We're going to stay on the topic of back to school. We're not going to reveal right now what we'll have for you next week, but we certainly hope that you will join us.
Absolutely.
Carol, thank you. We'll be right back, everybody.